Please.
Let me express my happiness to present our draft report today, and let me start with a personal confession. As a child, I wanted to be a journalist, presenting the news in front of the camera. However, I was told that nobody wants to see a person with a visible disability speaking on television. As a young adult, I was told that my only possibility to participate in the labour market is to go and work in a sheltered workshop. I was reminded that I should be happy and thankful to be able to work the way as it is tolerated by the society. Just for your information, a person in a sheltered workshop doesn't get a minimum wage in Germany. They get 1.20 euro per hour. Well, decades have passed, yet young people with disabilities still don't have the opportunity to decide what they want to become when they reach adulthood. Decades have passed, and employers often rather pay a fine than employ us. I say us, as although we persons with disabilities are a very heterogeneous group of people, we do share a very similar fate. According to recent statistics, only 50% of us are in employment. Our unemployment rate is almost twice of the general population, and it lasts longer even if we have good qualification. We face poverty, in-work poverty, and a huge number of us is homeless. The picture is even more severe if we talk about the effects of intersectional discrimination. Women with disabilities, Romani persons with disabilities, LGBTI persons with disabilities, and persons with disabilities from other minority groups face added barriers and discrimination in employment. Our societies are not homogeneous. We all have different identities, capabilities, and skills. And it would be high time to see this diversity as a value and strength, which can help us rise to the challenges ahead of us. But instead, we are still struggling with discrimination and exclusion in several fields of our lives, and we often experience a denial of participation. This is why, for the preparation of this draft report, we have asked for the input of persons with disabilities and their representing organizations. I would hereby like to express my gratitude to the colleagues from Autism Europe, the Bundesarbeitsgemeinschaft Inklusionsfirmen, the European Blind Union, the European Disability Forum, the European Network of Independent Living, the European Union of Deaf, Inclusion Europe, the International Federation of Spina Bifida and Hydrocephalus, and Mental Health Europe. We are also grateful for the continuous help of our esteemed colleague from Equinet, 2 professors from the academia and the Fundamental Rights Agency, and for the written input of leading anti-discrimination organizations. We all agreed that having a job is vital in our lives. And for an inclusive and accessible workplace, we would need the full implementation of the UN CRPD. We need the adoption of universal design standards, and we need guidelines on the accessibility of environments, services and products, reasonable accommodation to be ensured in the workplace and at all stages of work, for which we need clear EU guidelines. We need compulsory workplace diversity quotas and diversity plans. We need sustainable, inclusive employment policies and fiscal incentives for companies hiring persons with disabilities. We need financial support, measures for employers, offering targeted positive action measures to tackle intersectional disadvantage. We need to phase out sheltered workshops, not providing persons with disabilities with skills to gain employment in the open labour market. We need the urgent assessment of the key trends for the future of work from a disability perspective. We need to raise the awareness of our society about the contributions of persons with disabilities so that we can eradicate the existing stigma and prejudice against us and fight harassment. We need the harmonisation of the definition of disability on the mutual recognition of disability status across the member states. We need a strong post-2020 EU disability strategy. And finally, we need to ensure the participation of persons with disabilities. Nothing about us without us. Thank you.